He's sitting there, he's learning, he's doing whatever the case may be. He's sitting there, he ain't saying nothing, he's learning. The narrative that we got to go week by week to say he's either ready or not ready is crazy. It's like, yo, at the end of the day, he's the backup quarterback support.
The Browns believe that he is not ready. That is
Joe Flacco said it this week.
Flacco said it. There's other players that have skirted around the issue, and there are I don't want to say leaks, but you hear things from inside teams all the time. And to me, and Jay, correct me if I'm wrong, it increasingly has become the narrative that he is not ready.
The Cleveland Browns are in the spotlight once again, and this time it's more chaotic than ever. For years, they've been stuck in a cycle of disappointment, but now they're taking it a step further. Once again, the narrative is shifting towards Shedeur Sanders, and this time it's worse than before. Every time the Browns take a loss, they boost Sanders up, calling him the future, the guy who can change everything. But as soon as the winds of success start blowing their way, as soon as fans start filling up the stadium, the narrative changes. They downplay Sanders, questioning if he's truly ready for the moment. It's becoming a predictable pattern. Every week, the confidence of Shedeur Sanders is played with, like a pawn in a game that he never signed up for. And the worst part? It's getting out of hand.
When he get an opportunity to play, let him have an opportunity to play
for real.
For real.
Yeah.
Garrett Bush didn't hold back when he called out how Shedeur Sanders is being treated by the Browns. He went all in, saying it's clear that the Browns don't want Sanders to step up and take control of a game. Bush pointed out that they might throw him in during situations where it's not needed, or when the team is already ahead, just to avoid showcasing his true value to the world. Bush made it clear, if the Browns are only planning to play Sanders to create the illusion that they care about him, then they shouldn't play him at all. It would be nothing more than a show for the fans, and he isn't here for that kind of manipulation. But G didn't stop there. He went on to say that Shedeur Sanders absolutely deserves a shot, and it's clear the Browns aren't ready to give it to him easily. According to G, the team could just wait for 2 or 3 weeks, plan it out, and insert Sanders as the starting quarterback. But the reality is, the Browns aren't willing to make that move. They're not prepared to hand him the role of franchise quarterback, despite what he's proven he's capable of.
He's going to be out of here anyway.
Yep.
So then you got a bye week after that to get ready and figure it out. And then you can give the ball to Shedeur Sanders and say, listen, let's go and see what you can do.
1,000%.
But that is not going to do nothing for if he hands the ball off 6 times, they're not going to turn around and say, oh, he's a franchise quarterback.
As the Browns push their narrative against Shedeur Sanders, Mary Kay Cabot's take challenges their whole agenda. She believes it's time for Sanders to be named the starting quarterback. And after watching his performance, it's easy to see why. Mary Kay praised Sanders' remarkable accuracy, which she says is unmatched by anyone else on the team. Beyond that, she pointed out his ability to make precise throws in any situation, thanks to his wide range of arm movements. Her comments serve as a clear slap to the Browns' attempts to downplay Sanders and his potential.
We don't get to watch very much of practice anymore, but in the short, little brief period that I do get to watch him throw, he is throwing to the practice squad guys and the backup receivers in the early part of practice. We can see it, and his elite accuracy is always on display.
And have right tackle by committee in this past game.
Another thing on offense that they did with great success that they had not done in the past very often was run the wild.
Cabot also commended Sanders for his versatility in throwing the ball. Unlike others who rely on a rigid technique, Sanders can adjust his throws based on the situation, whether it's a lob or a more precise, controlled throw to hit his target. She highlighted his impressive college stats, including a 74% completion rate, which she believes is undeniable and speaks volumes. Cabot rejected criticisms that Sanders plays too conservatively or prioritizes ball security too much. She pointed out that, in reality, Sanders not only protects the ball but also makes accurate throws all over the field to get the job done.
Part of that is because he will definitely lob it and, throw a softer pass if that's what's needed in certain situations, and he'll do whatever it takes to get it there. And that 74% accuracy, which was an FBS high, that's legit. That's not because he's, not.
G. Bush joined the conversation, stating that the Browns are actively trying to diminish Shedeur Sanders' growing fan base. He explained that Sanders has built a strong following, and the Browns, seeing this, are instinctively trying to overshadow it. However, Bush argued that they're going about it all wrong by suppressing the young quarterback instead of giving him the opportunity to shine. They are just trying to stop Shedeur again by saying he is not ready, which he actually is. This approach, according to Bush, is only hurting the team in the long run. Bush reinforced his point, stating that this isn't just his opinion. Players like Myles Garrett and others on the team are also supporting Shedeur Sanders and want to see him step up. He emphasized that Garrett recognizes Sanders' hard work and is eager to see him out on the field. According to Bush, this clearly shows that there's no doubt about Sanders being ready. The Browns may not see it that way, but the support from within the team speaks volumes about Sanders' preparedness.
There are multiple people, I consistently say, there are veterans on this team that are excited to see Shedeur Sanders play. And they feel like Myles Garrett says, I see him in the coach's office all the time. I walk right by there. I like what he's doing. At the end of the day, it's about seeing what he's going to do on the field.
Bush's point is spot on. Myles Garrett has spoken highly of Shedeur Sanders, especially commending his dedication and work ethic. Garrett pointed out that it's rare for a player to be the first to arrive and the last to leave the facility, but Sanders does just that. He's also taken the extra step of visiting coaches' offices, actively seeking advice on how to improve and stand out. For Garrett, this level of commitment is what truly separates Sanders, particularly at the quarterback position, where both leadership and relentless work ethic are essential. Myles Garrett went on to express even more admiration for Shedeur Sanders, emphasizing how much he respects the young quarterback's unwavering effort and commitment. He firmly believes Sanders has earned the respect he's getting due to the hard work he's put in. Garrett pointed out the maturity Sanders has displayed, noting that it's a trait every player should aspire to have. For Garrett, acknowledging and valuing this maturity is crucial, as it demonstrates a rare level of dedication to the game that deserves recognition and praise.
As a veteran, what's impressed you the most on how he's approached the game?
The time he takes, showing up early. Coach's office is easily seen when you walk in the building, and almost every morning you see him in there, talking through plays, talking through schemes with coach, and making sure that he's ready for his moment when he gets called up.
The ongoing debate surrounding Shedeur Sanders and his treatment by the Cleveland Browns has sparked strong opinions from all sides. The Browns' attempt to downplay Sanders' readiness, despite his growing fan base and impressive skills, has drawn sharp criticism. Figures like Garrett Bush and Myles Garrett are among those calling for the team to stop holding Sanders back and give him the chance he deserves. Bush, in particular, has pointed out the Browns' natural tendency to suppress Sanders' rising popularity, trying to overshadow his potential rather than letting it flourish. He believes the team is playing a dangerous game by withholding Sanders' opportunities, instead of allowing him to prove himself. Myles Garrett, a key player and leader for the Browns, has also spoken out in favor of Sanders, praising his dedication, maturity, and hard work. Garrett emphasized that Sanders is the first to arrive and the last to leave, a rare trait that shows his commitment to improvement. Sanders has also taken the initiative to seek guidance from coaches, which Garrett believes sets him apart from other players. These qualities are exactly what the Browns should be looking for in a quarterback, especially one who is capable of leading the team. Despite these endorsements, the Browns have yet to make Sanders their starting quarterback. The question now is whether the team will continue to ignore the clear signals from within their own ranks or finally give Sanders the opportunity to show what he can do. The support from Bush and Garrett suggests that Sanders is more than ready. It's time for the Browns to stop holding him back and let him prove himself on the field. The ball is in their court. So what do you think about all of this? Do you believe the Cleveland Browns are making a mistake by holding Shedeur Sanders back? Or do you think they're right to be cautious? With players like Garrett Bush and Myles Garrett voicing their support, it seems like Sanders has the potential to be the future of the team. But are the Browns simply waiting for the right moment? Or are they genuinely trying to suppress his growth? Do you agree with the idea that Sanders is ready to step up? Or do you think he still needs more time to prove himself? Let us know your thoughts. What's your take on the way the Browns are handling Sanders' situation?